ceremony time is now set back by 5 minutes. Because I wanted to.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The 112th commencement of Rice University will begin in 15 minutes. Please find your seats so that others have room to find their seats. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The commencement ceremony will begin in 10 minutes. At this time, please take your seats.
attention, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The commencement ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Please take your seats and clear the aisles. During the ceremony, we ask that you do not stand in the aisles, at your seats, or anywhere else that will block the view of others who are seated. Thank you for your cooperation. Only students and required personnel are allowed on the field during the ceremony.
Please be seated. Good evening. My name is Bridget Gorman, and I'm the Dean of Undergraduates at Rice University, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to tonight's 112th Undergraduate Commencement. This evening, we will focus on the accomplishments of the class of 2025, both collectively and individually. I know I speak for all in attendance when I say we are excited about this moment of recognition and, importantly, celebration of the class of 2025. This is also a time when we remember those from this graduating class who passed away. I would ask you all to rise if you are able, to pause for a moment of silent meditation in honor of Ryan DeLay, who is not here to join us tonight. Thank you. Please be seated. I now have the distinct pleasure of introducing a Rice alum who is your chairman of the Board of Trustees, Robert Ladd.
Thank you, Bridget. And I go by Rob. Just for y'all, you'll find out why. Good evening and welcome to Rice University's 112th Commencement Celebration. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, I welcome parents, siblings, grandparents, all relatives, all friends of our class of 2025 to Rice Stadium. What a beautiful evening in Houston, and what a great day at Rice University. I'd like to recognize my fellow trustees who are here tonight, including one of my predecessors as chairman, Jim Crownover, and also to recognize our President Emeritus, David Lebron. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, I'd also like to thank our staff, faculty, deans, and our leadership team for another year of accomplishment as we strive for excellence at Rice University. In particular, this year, I'd like to recognize the deans of our 8 schools: Dean Kathleen Canning, Dean Rob Bruce, Dean Tom Killian, Dean Rachel Kimbrough, Dean Matthew Loden, Dean Igor, Dean Luai Neklai, and Peter Rodriguez. We are thankful for their work that they are doing in what we would call a more stressful than normal time in higher education. We're very fortunate to have with us tonight Dr. Huda Zogby as our commencement speaker. I had the privilege of serving with Dr. Zogby when she was a trustee at Rice University. She was an outstanding trustee. She provided important advice to me, to our board, to our president, and delivered it gracefully. As you will hear soon, Dr. Zogby is considered one of the country's, and in fact one of the world's most respected leaders for her work in neurology and genetics. She does this while being kind and thoughtful to all. At commencement, I'd like to share 3 things which I hope will be helpful to our young graduates as they leave our beautiful campus. So students, if you haven't been listening, now's a good time to listen. So 3 things. So 1, you're well prepared. As I visit with many of our alumni, the one common thing I hear is how hard Rice was, but how well prepared they were as they pursued their careers and their professions. Many alumni, in fact, share this experience. After Rice, most everything else was relatively easy. In a word or 2, you are well prepared. The second, stay connected. As young Rice graduates, the future of our university is with you. Stay connected. Find ways to stay engaged with the university. Support your college. I was in Weiss College. Not showing any bias. Support your Department of Study. encourage young people you meet to come to Rice. And you can really make Rice even better. So very important, stay connected. And the third and final, remember those less fortunate than we are. At Rice, we have a great basketball coach in Rob Lanier. I'm the other Rob. I learned recently that Coach Lanier does something before the team goes out for a game. After he has plotted out the strategy for meeting the opponent, right before the team hits the court, Rob says to the team and staff, remember those less fortunate. The team goes out to compete. They finish the game. Hopefully we won. And before heading home, Coach Lanier says again, remember those less fortunate than we are. So this Rob would say, as you leave our campus and accomplish much in your lives with your Rice degree, find ways to be helpful to others. This will make us such a difference for others. Finally, every day I do a fast walk, I can't run anymore, in and around the campus before I go to work. That's my other job. Along the way, I get to chat with staff, faculty, and occasionally students. This has proved to be a good way to have a good sense of how we're doing at Rice. So when I'm fortunate enough to speak with a student, I hear, Mr. Ladd, the food could be better. Or I might hear, gee, I really have to study here. But what I mostly hear, oh, Reggie is doing great. I also hear, Mr. Ladd, everyone likes Reggie. And then just on Thursday at a celebration I heard, we love Reggie. So Reggie, seems like we're doing okay. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Rob. Our next speaker is Kelsey Whiting, a first-generation college student from the small town of Colusa, California. She is graduating from Rice University with a double major in political science and visual and dramatic arts with a concentration in photography. During her time at Rice, she has worked closely with many graduating students as a senior portrait photographer. Kelsey has dedicated her collegiate career to cheering on Rice athletics, serving as the Rice University cheerleading captain. In addition, she served as the vice chair of the university court, where she has been committed to promoting student safety and well-being. After graduation, Kelsey will attend Belmont Law School in Nashville, Tennessee on a full-ride scholarship. Please join me in welcoming Kelsey.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. What an incredible day to celebrate all that we have accomplished together. The first time I set foot in Houston was on move-in day at Rice. Picture this, a small town girl coming from a town of just 5,000 people, already homesick and trying to figure out why these screaming Rice students already knew my name. I was overwhelmed, a bit lost, and let's be honest, sweaty. Then, right on cue, a car sped through a puddle and drenched me from head to toe. Welcome to Houston, where even the rain is ambitious. I later realized that moment became a metaphor for our time at Rice. Life is going to drench you when you least expect it, and all you can do is laugh it off, find a dryer, and keep moving. It was also my first lesson in what would become a theme of my Rice experience. adapt, and embrace the unexpected. And, as it turns out, embracing the unexpected is a lot easier when you're surrounded by dynamic individuals who make you feel at home, even when you're far from it. From day one, our residential colleges became more than just places to sleep. They became our communities, our support systems, and sometimes the only reason we remembered to eat during finals. Rice has a way of turning strangers into friends and friends into family. Where else would you find someone willing to bike across campus in the rain just to deliver a forgotten laptop? Or someone who'd hand over their sweater in class because you didn't dress thinking that Houston's weather would switch from summer to winter in the span of 10 minutes. These moments, the small, everyday acts of kindness, are what built our family here. We found family in the chaos of beer bike water balloon fights or stacking pizza boxes in the stands during the homecoming game. These traditions may have started as a small idea, but like so many things at Rice, it became something uniquely ours, a way to cheer, laugh, and celebrate the little things that bring us together. It wasn't just the fun moments that brought us together either. It was the tough yet oddly relatable ones too, like bombing a test and laughing it off with friends, or missing home but finding comfort in a late-night conversation. In those moments, we reminded each other that it's okay to stumble, to laugh at ourselves, and to take life one step at a time. As we prepare to leave this unforgettable place, let's take the humor, the resilience, and the incredible connections we've made and carry them with us wherever we go. Because if Rice has taught us anything, it's that no matter where life splashes us next, we've got what it takes to keep moving and to find our family wherever we land. Class of 2025, congratulations. We've survived the never-ending line at Chow's, the group chats that mysteriously hit 200 messages overnight, and the frantic bike rides through the rain to make it to class on time. We have finally walked back through the Sallyport, this time not as clueless freshmen, but as graduates ready to conquer whatever comes next. Let's go make the world a little brighter, a little kinder, and a lot more like Rice. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelsey. It is now my esteemed pleasure to introduce President Reginald DeRoche. Reginald DeRoche is Rice University's 8th president. He also serves as Professor of Civil and Environmental Engineering and Professor of Mechanical Engineering. As president, DeRoche serves as the Chief Executive Officer of the university and its more than 8,200 students, about 900 faculty, 8 academic schools, and many interdisciplinary institutes and centers. He previously served as Rice's Howard Hughes Provost and William and Stephanie Sick Dean of Engineering. President DeRoche is leading a period of strategic growth at Rice, increasing the number of undergraduate and graduate students by 30% while maintaining the university's low student-to-faculty ratio and deep commitment to excellence, diversity, and access. Under his leadership, he has overseen the hiring of a record number of faculty, established new majors, increased the university's research awards, launched several new centers and institutes, and forged new partnerships and programs in the Houston area, including the Texas Medical Center. He is a proponent of the international role of education and research, and most recently launched Rice Global India in Bangalore to increase collaboration between Rice and one of India's rapidly growing high-tech cities. Rice also has a presence in Europe and Latin America. President DeRoche's primary research interests are in the design of resilient infrastructure systems under extreme loads and the application of smart materials. He has published approximately 300 articles and delivered more than 100 presentations in over 30 countries. He has also mentored more than 30 doctoral students, many of whom hold faculty positions at top universities around the world. A member of the National Academy of Engineering, American Academy of Arts and Sciences, and the Philosophical Society of Texas, DesRoches' distinctive research record has been recognized for its impact and innovation. He is a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science and the Structural Engineering Institute, and was recently elected a distinguished member of the American Society of Civil Engineers, the highest honor bestowed on civil engineers. DesRoches is a member of the Academy of Distinguished Alumni in Civil Engineering at Berkeley and is an honorary alum of Georgia Tech. Please join me in welcoming President Reginald DesRoches.
Thank you, Bridget. Good evening, and welcome to Rice University's 112th commencement. I'm Reginald DesRoches, president of Rice University, though many of you in cap and gown know me simply as Reggie. Let's begin by recognizing the many people whose love, wisdom, and hard work helped you to get here. To our extraordinary faculty and staff, thank you for your mentorship, your passion, and your unwavering commitment to our students. Please pause and clap for our faculty. To the families, friends, and supporters who stood beside our graduates, cheering them on through late-night studying, setbacks, and personal growth, your support made all the difference. Graduates, if you're able, please rise and join me in thanking the people who helped you reach this moment. You may sit. This evening, I'm going to talk about uncertainty, a prevailing mood for many these days, and how embracing uncertainty helps build resilience. Uncertainty, it's in our headlines, our workplaces, our daily lives, and it's in higher education like never before. You've been at Rice during a period of uncertainty and transition. You arrived in the middle of a worldwide pandemic that upended higher education. You experienced new leadership for the university. You have endured new ways of teaching and learning born out of the pandemic and the emergence of artificial intelligence. And you have navigated a campus that has changed dramatically over the past 4 years with numerous new buildings and renovations. And now you graduate at a moment that is filled with change, flux, and complexity. The world you're stepping into feels fast-moving and unpredictable, socially, politically, economically, and technologically. But here's what I want you to know, Rice graduates. You are more ready than you realize. The uncertainties you face at Rice didn't break you. They shaped you into more adaptable, more resilient, and more resourceful individuals. This is more important than anything you learned in the classroom. In fact, you, the class of 2025, are more prepared than any generation before you, not just to survive uncertainty and change, but to lead through it. Why? Because you've already done it. You've lived through disruption. You've studied, you may have had a few setbacks, but you've grown, flourished, and adapted with grace. And you've emerged stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Think about who you were when you walked through the Sally Port 4 years ago and who you are now. The lessons you've learned at Rice go far beyond the classroom. You've had the chance to live and learn among people from all walks of life, gaining exposure to new perspectives and deepening your understanding of the world and yourself. You've learned to collaborate, to listen, to rethink assumptions. You've learned how to disagree respectfully, but with conviction. You've learned the value of showing up, even when it's hard. And perhaps most importantly, you've learned how to keep going, especially when the future isn't clear. As a structural earthquake engineer, I spent my career designing structures to withstand the sources of natural hazards, such as earthquakes and hurricanes. Designing structures to be resilient. There are parallels between building resilience into structures and the resilience that you will need to lead. When we design structures for earthquakes, It is not about avoiding damage. It's about controlling the damage in a way where you can quickly repair and recover. Similarly, the type of resilience you need isn't about avoiding failure. It's about developing the capacity to learn from, quickly recover, and grow through the challenges that will come your way. 2 quick tips about resilience. First is the importance of flexibility. In earthquake engineering, it is not the strongest structures that withstand earthquakes. It is those that are flexible and adaptable. Cultivate flexibility in thinking. Be open-minded and adaptable. Second, redundancy is important. We design structures so that if one section fails, there's another load path that can carry the load without the entire structure collapsing. Similarly, build diverse networks. Continue to surround yourself with people from different backgrounds and perspectives. Different perspectives provide alternative solutions, alternate pathways when your usual approaches don't work. As you leave Rice for your next chapters, remember this: uncertainty is not the enemy. Uncertainty leads to opportunity. It's the place where growth happens. It's where leadership begins for yourself and others. It's where character is developed. Keep doing things that are hard. Take risks. Stay grounded in your values, but open to new ideas. And never lose your belief in the difference that one person, one owl can make. As I look into the audience tonight, it is obvious that the world needs more Rice minds. That's why, especially in these uncertain times, we remain resolute in our mission of groundbreaking research and unsurpassed education in the pursuit of discovery, improvement, and dissemination of knowledge. Fulfilling that mission requires an unwavering commitment to academic freedom, a core value of the Rice community and an essential condition for any university to explore, teach, and engage with the world effectively. We also continue to uphold our values of excellence and diversity. Our programs seek individuals with a rich variety of interests, talents, leadership abilities, and life experiences which may arise from, but are not limited to, differences in race, gender, ideology, politics, ability, geography, and special talents. And we continue to cultivate a campus where every student, every faculty member, every staff member, and every visitor, regardless of their background, beliefs, identity, or other differences, feel safe, respected, and supported. Despite the challenges and headwinds that you may hear about in higher education, I firmly believe that our universities, and in particular, our university, Rice, has never been stronger. All of our graduates, you, are better prepared than any before you to face uncertainty and the exciting opportunities ahead. I remain inspired by your resilience, your accomplishments, your talents, and your capacity to lead with heart and passion. We can't wait to see what you'll do next. And wherever life takes you, remember, you are never alone. You join now more than 66,000 Rice alumni around the world who share your spirit, your curiosity, and your pride in this community. We look forward to welcoming you back many times in the years to come. To the one and only class of 2025, congratulations. May your future be filled with purpose and courage to face whatever lies ahead. Thank you. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, internationally renowned neurogeneticist, Dr. Huda Zoghbi. Huda is a friend and a colleague to many of us at Rice, both through her work as a researcher and a Rice trustee emerita. I had the fortune of getting to know her and admiring her work during her service on the Board of Rights of Trustees, where she was a champion for advancing knowledge and mentoring future generations. Her pioneering research has transformed our understanding of brain development and neurodegenerative diseases. She is the founding director of the Jan and Dan Duncan Neurological Research Institute at Texas Children's Hospital, a Howard Hughes Medical Institute investigator, and a distinguished service professor at Baylor College of Medicine. Huda is best known for her groundbreaking discovery of the genetic basis of Rett syndrome, a severe neurological disorder affecting young girls, as well as her research into the genetic roots of adult-onset neurodegenerative diseases such as spinocerebellar ataxia and Alzheimer's. Her work has not only advanced the scientific field, but has offered hope to countless families around the world. Among her many accolades, and there are many, Huda is a recipient of the Breakthrough Prize in Life Sciences, the Kavli Prize in Neuroscience, and the Shore Prize in Life Science and Medicine. She is a member of the National Academy of Sciences, the National Academy of Medicine, and the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, among many others. Undoubtedly, Huda's contributions to neuroscience serve as a powerful example of how scientific discovery can transform lives. At this moment in history, when the world is increasingly shaped by advances in research and technology, her insights could not be more timely or more relevant. Born and raised in Lebanon, Huda received her undergraduate degree in biology from the American University of Beirut and began medical school there in 1975. A civil war broke out in Lebanon during her first year of studies. After she spent a semester living in the basement of the university to stay safe, Huda moved to the United States, where she transferred to Nashville's Meharry Medical College. Huda completed a pediatric residency as well as a residency in pediatric neurology at Baylor College of Medicine and Texas Children's in 1985. Seeing children with incurable inherited neurological diseases and not being able to provide them with hope piqued her interest in research and led her to pursue a postdoctoral fellowship in molecular genetics under the mentorship of preeminent geneticists, Dr. Arthur Boudet. She joined Baylor College of Medicine's faculty as an assistant professor in 1988. Huda, we are so honored that you are here and can't wait to hear more about your inspiring story. The podium is yours.
Thank you, President DeRoche, for this really generous introduction. Honorable trustees, esteemed faculty, alumni, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduates of class of 2025. Congratulations on this great achievement. I'm deeply honored to be speaking to you today because Rice University is truly a jewel in Houston's crown. It has attracted incredible talents to the city over the past century and sent them out into the world as gifts to humanity. I have been fortunate to train many Rice students in my own lab, and also to have seen two of my wonderful fellows, Laura Lavery and Jesse Butts, join the faculty at Rice and enjoy their work here immensely. It's very humbling to be asked to impart wisdom at a commencement, because each life is unique, and I've learned that generalized advice doesn't work. So I thought that today I would share what higher education has meant to my life and how I strive through my research to give back to society. As you've heard, I was born and raised in Beirut, Lebanon. My father was a businessman who grew olive trees to make olive oil. He also grew a large library at home where I loved to read from the time I was a child. As a teenager, I fell in love with Shakespeare, Austen, and the Romantic poets. Literature gave me the thrill of discovery. A well-chosen phrase could perfectly capture a feeling that I had been unable to express, while following a character through challenges and mistakes broadened my moral imagination. Small wonder then that I wanted to become a professor of English literature. This dream was nipped in the bud by my mother, who thought that being a doctor would provide a more secure path. We had many arguments about this, and I eventually yielded. After all, I enjoyed biology too. So I went to the American University of Beirut as a pre-med and then stayed on for medical school. Things were great. My professors were amazing. I was excited by all that I was learning. I was surrounded by great friends, and I met William Zogby, the man who later became my husband and the love of my life. I kept reading poetry alongside my medical school text. I felt on top of the world. Now, if this were a novel, this would be the point at which some crisis befalls the lead character. Sure enough, in the spring of my first year of med school, the Lebanese civil war broke out. Bombs and sirens were going off every day. I had been living at home with my parents, just 2 miles from campus, but it was too dangerous to commute, so I found a closet in the medical school building where I could lay a sleeping bag. The faculty and students all voted to keep holding classes, which gave us something to work toward besides merely surviving each day. Poetry sustained me during those months. I empathized with the narrator in Byron's The Prisoner of Chillon, while the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner provided a literary version of the callous cruelty taking place outside. Medicine was not turning out to be the secure path my mother had hoped for, but rather a lesson in the fragility of life. I have never forgotten this lesson. Somehow, when we finished that first year, the war continued. My parents decided to send me to stay with my older sister who lived in Austin at the time. It goes without saying that I was very fortunate to have a safe place to retreat to, but I was eager to return to med school in the fall. When I tried to go back to Beirut, Lebanon had closed its borders. There were no flights in or out. Thankfully, the US immigration policy at that time allowed me to convert my tourist visa to a student visa. So I scrambled to transfer to medical school in the US. Only then did I learn that the fall semester starts earlier in the States than it does in Lebanon. No school I reached to would give me the time of the day. I was beginning to panic when a family friend took me to meet someone at Vanderbilt University, but they couldn't help me either. They recommended I pay a visit to Meharry Medical College, a historically Black medical school in Nashville. To my great fortune, the dean of Meharry took the time to meet with me. He listened to my story and saw that I had the drive and the academic background to catch up with the other students. I started classes the next day. I never met the dean again, but I'm forever grateful for the generosity, kindness, and faith he showed me that day. My utter dependence on the kindness of strangers taught me my second great lesson in how interconnected We all are. I immersed myself in studies and made the best of my new environment. I sought clerkships at other schools to broaden my experience, and I applied to residency programs in pediatrics around the States. I was rejected everywhere until once again my future was saved by a special person who took the time to carefully evaluate my application and listen. That person was Ralph Feigen, the chair of pediatrics at Baylor. He welcomed me with open arms and became my American father. He remained a beloved mentor for me until his death in 2008. From him, I learned true clinical scholarship. I was beginning to feel my life was back on track. Even in the 1980s, Texas Children's had one of the best pediatric neurology clinics in the country. And I love the challenge of making a neurological diagnosis from taking a careful history. Unfortunately, after the diagnosis, I couldn't offer my patients much else. The human genome had not been mapped yet, so we didn't understand the cost of most of the diseases we see at the hospital, and certainly could offer no cure. I would go home at night in despair because I couldn't offer my patients even a glimmer of hope for a treatment. I was seriously questioning my career choice when in 1983, I met a beautiful little girl named Ashley, who had been perfectly healthy until the age of 2, when she stopped talking, walking, and interacting with her parents. All she could do was keep wringing her hands in front of her heart. I would have been totally stumped had I not just read an article in the Annals of Neurology from a European group who described a new disorder characterized by autism, cognitive deficits, and repetitive hand-wringing. It was called Rett syndrome, and I was pretty sure I had just seen my first case. By sheer coincidence, 1 week later, I saw another patient with the same symptoms. I thought there had to be more cases, so I got help from Bluebird Clinic volunteers to comb through patient charts, and we identified several more girls who had Rett syndrome. My colleagues and I wrote the first paper on American patients with Rett, and our early characterization of the disease began to draw more patients to Texas Children's. It became clear to me that my calling was to figure out the cause of this strange, terrible disease. But how? I had no research experience whatsoever. Once again, my life course intersected with an opportunity. During my residency, I had met the world-renowned geneticist Arthur Baudet, who had himself started as a physician and then devoted himself to research. I asked him if I could become a fellow in his lab and learn genetics. He agreed, and the next challenge was finding funding to pay my salary and the lab experiments. Happily, the NIH had 5-year fellowships for training physicians who want to become a scientist. To this day, I'm extremely grateful for having had this support at a crucial juncture of my career. One of Art's most important pieces of advice was to not make Rett my primary project. He agreed it was likely a genetic disease, but it was not inherited from the parents, and we didn't have the tools at the time to tackle that challenge. I needed to have some research success, so he advised me to choose a more tractable problem. I decided to pursue the cause of a rare disorder that had spread through several generations of a very large Texas family. Clinically, they had ataxia, which means loss of balance and motor coordination. I found out that Harry Orr at the University of Minnesota was working with another large family that seemed to have the same disease, and we decided to collaborate to pool resources. It took us 5 years to identify the genetic mutation underlying the ataxia, and it was incredible joy. Our labs had been working from opposite ends of chromosome 6, and the ataxia gene was smack in the middle, so we ended up discovering the mutation on the same day. I will never forget our excited phone call and amazement at the shared discovery. We have continued to work together ever since. In 1996, I became an investigator with the Howard Hughes Medical Institute, which gave my lab funding to pursue whatever questions I was interested in. No strings attached. This support allowed me to pursue some very fundamental questions about comparing nervous system development in fruit flies and mice. This led us to make unexpected discoveries that have given us insight into deafness, sudden infant death syndrome, and several cancers. Hughes' support also enabled me to continue working on Rett. Many people in the field did not even believe that it was a genetic disease. But finally, in 1999, 16 years after seeing my first Rett patient, we found a gene that's mutated in Rett syndrome. I should point out this research effort took so many years because it used to be very difficult to isolate even small stretches of DNA. Thanks to the Human Genome Project, what took years in the 1990s would take mere days in 2025. I also want to point out that this project, historically, the largest international collaboration in biology, was funded by the NIH and other governments. It was completed 2 years. It was completed 2 years early and under budget, and it has transformed biomedical research. Around the time the Human Genome Project was completing its first map, we and the rest of Houston faced a new kind of setback, Tropical Storm Allison. The flooding lasted a week and cut power to the entire medical center. Over $2 billion worth of damage was done to TMC labs. Thousands of experimental animals drowned. My lab lost a lot of our mice. One of my graduate students was in despair because she had painstakingly generated a mouse that expressed an extra copy of the Rett gene, and she thought that 4 years of work had been washed away. We put on wading suits and went down with a flashlight to the mouse room. The stench was nauseating, but after an hour of searching, we found one cage that had been on a high shelf that had one mouse, the sole survivor of the colony. We took that mouse, nurtured him back to health, bred him, and then studied his offspring. To our surprise, we found that doubling the Rett gene caused a severe neurological disease in mice. It soon became clear that duplication of the Rett gene causes a similar disorder in male children that's progressive and lethal by 20 years of age. Thanks to the descendants of that one mouse, we developed a therapy that was able to reverse the disease in the sick mice. I'm happy today to report that we are now testing this therapy in patients. When I look back on these experiences, I'm struck by how much success often rests on chance, especially chances that often don't look very promising at first. It might be a college we've never heard of, an article in a journal about an obscure disease, or a single sick mouse. But pay attention to the opportunities that present themselves, because they may be necessary steps towards the future you seek. Serendipity applies especially to research. I had no idea that studying a rare ataxia would eventually lead my lab to study Alzheimer's disease, where we now have a path to develop therapies that might prevent dementia. Or that studying red would teach us about the much more common disorder of autism. This is why it's important not to try to control research from the top down. Most of our greatest discoveries have happened through happy accidents. Even more importantly, each crucial juncture in my life involved people who acted selflessly for a higher purpose. The medical school faculty at the American University of Beirut who risked their lives to continue teaching, the dean who bent the rules for me to transfer 2 months into the second year of medical school, Ralph Fagan, Art Baudet, and other mentors and collaborators, they sacrificed, nurtured, shared, and cared because it was the right thing to do. Their only expectation was that I would eventually pay it forward. This is the beauty of academia. It is a gift economy, not a market economy. By being generous in turn, I have kept their original gifts to me circulating in the lives of my students and colleagues. Ultimately, success is a team sport. We are all part of a great chain of learners, standing on the shoulders of those who have gone before us and passing the baton on to those who follow us. As you reflect on your own past, I'm sure you can identify those who helped you get to this point. If there are fewer such people than you would like, then make it a goal to strengthen your relationships. Choose friends and loved ones who will help you become stronger in character, gentler in spirit, and truer to your best self. My collaborators and my trainees have made me a better person as they have made my work a joy. My husband, William, who is a wonderful cardiologist with his own demanding career, has been my greatest joy of all, along with my 2 children and their own families. Step by step, hour by hour, we can each make the world a slightly better place. May your future be filled with joy and fulfillment. Thank you.
Thank you, Huda, for those wonderful remarks. Now we would like to take a moment to recognize some of this year's award winners among our graduating class. The Graham C. Stebbins College Service Award goes to a student who has significantly contributed to the residential college system at Rice. I am pleased to announce that this year's winner is Essence Ratliff. The Student Association Outstanding Senior Awards are given to graduating seniors who have demonstrated service, dedication, and character at Rice. This year's award winners are Annie Tien, Brian Bashara, Bryant Polanok, Claire Druffner, Catherine Zhuang, Lin Chi Wen, Sarah Davidson, Siddhant Patil, Tom Nitao, and Zoe Wong. The Rice University Service Award, given in memory of Dean Hugh Scott Cameron, recognizes individuals, past and present, who have rendered significant service to the student body. This year's winners are Anne Wong, Haley Ju, Jay Kim, and Viola Shaw. Finally, the Sally Port Award is given to an undergraduate or graduate student who shows great promise in carrying forth the mission of the Association of Rice Alumni upon graduation. I am pleased to announce that this year's awardee is Koi Nguyen. Congratulations to all the award winners, as well as their families and friends who celebrate their achievements today. Although we are here to honor the graduates who will receive their degrees today, commencement also marks an opportunity to recognize the distinguished faculty, staff, and alumni who have given extraordinary service to the university. In the university's 112th commencement program, posted and available online, you will find the names of those who were selected for this year's teaching awards, those named by the colleges, the Student Association, and the Graduate Student Association as recipients of their awards, and those named by the Association of Rice Alumni. 18 Rice faculty will retire at the end of this academic year, along with 56 members of our staff. 18 faculty and staff also passed away this year. Their names are listed in the online program. Let us applaud them for their devoted and honorable service. Now we come to the presentation of bachelor degrees. Woo. Each year since 1916, Rice has presented and celebrated each degree recipient individually. Tonight, following that long-standing tradition, the candidates for the undergraduate bachelor's degrees will each be announced, presented, and congratulated. By tradition, we will present the candidates one college at a time in the order of the founding of the residential colleges. The names of the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Music from each college will be read by one of the magisters of that college. As the magister of each college approaches the lectern, I will ask the members of the audience associated with that college to rise and applaud the candidates. At this time, the marshals will assemble the degree recipients from Baker College. The magisters of Baker College are Leonardo Duenas-Osorio, Professor of Civil and Environmental Engineering, and Ms. Cassie Romano. As Professor Duenas-Osorio approaches the lectern, will the faculty, associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Baker College please rise and applaud the candidates.
Good evening. All persons except the candidates from Baker College, please be seated. Baker Student President, Lin Chi Hong Wen. Rim El Nadir Abbas. James Norman Abbott. Yvette Acevedo. Michelle Elise Aguilar. Erika Valentina Álvarez Simosa. Faith Mary Aniasi. Adjua Asari. Daniel Orion Ding Bakuyag. Aisha Baharun. Grant Keith Bikely. Raleigh Bellard. Sisha Janae Bennett. Jasmine Bow. Stefan Boscovich. Jaden Faye Brayboys. Eric Breyer. Jacob Bergler. Miguel Cabello. Deudilia Carrillo. Ben Chen. Isaiah Chen. Lucas Chen. Shani Chang. Ari Choi. Nathan Wesley Cho. Caitlin Claxton. Catherine Rose Castañeto Coriamat. Emma Rose Codian. James Arthur Colura. Naomi Consiglio. Alexandros Constantelis. Jinzi Amy Danjul. Ojas Dumbre. Josephine Mackenzie Finney. Malia Jordan Fisher. Joshua Pierre Floriano. Maggie Ann Forbes. Richard Gao. Dana Alejandra Garcia Moreno. Aidan Michael Gerber. Tatiana Tianli Gong. Devin Gonzalez. Trinity Christine Gooden. Nicholas Harrison. Anna Henderson. Diego Alejandro Hinojosa. Jeffrey Huang. Connor Nakoa Hunt. Inés Iriondo Aznar. Stuti Jain. Khalil Jibaili. Syed Murtaza Ali Kazmi. Alexander Kim. Paige Elise Larocque. Jenny Numle. Mika Seeley. Jocelyn Megan Lee. Nathaniel Coughlin Lee. Alan Liu. Emily Liu. Lian Lachey Long. Stephen Liu. Zane Manning. Braden McCants. Ishan Mehta. Tarushi Renuka Mittal. Eva Belén Montenegro. Eduardo Monteverde Murais. Ulises Raúl Moreno. Nicolás Alejandro Mota. Aya Andrea Nadalin. Cyrus Najmi Vanini. Zachary Edward Newman. Michael Ryan No. Sahara Orav. Alice Mary Owens. Alison Claire Padron. Sydney Chu Park. Sofia Martino Plum. Aditya Ram Pradhan. Gabriela Isabel Quintero. Aditi Raju. Reagan Danielle Reynolds. Catherine Rathigan. and Marie Raibordi. Louis Crawford Rice. Olivia Wiswell Robson. Lucas Xavier Romanowski. Vivek Samal. Kevin Davis Schott. Megan Schultz. Emir Shendoan. Kenneth Seymour. Claire Shee. Lindsay Sims. Kartikay Singh. Noah Landon Spector. Garrett Robert Stratton. Jacob Timothy Stroby. Nikki Artemis Tames. Oriana Tang. Josephine Taylor. Jonathan Thomas. Alex Torres. I find Prince Ufochukwu. Benjamin Wang. Irene Ann Wang. Sarah Giachi Wang. Warren Weisbluth. Piper Wynn. Xishong Xu. Bowen Yao. Matthew Ye. Maria Saitsev. Kyle Zhao. Karen Chichi Zeng. And Sephir Sodis. Bakerites, Cassie and I, and all at Baker are so very proud of you. As you go out to the world, remember our crest. Challenges will elicit your true character. And you got the Baker one. Hell yeah! Congratulations, stay in touch, and please be seated.
The Magister of Will Rice College is Ken Whitmire, Professor of Chemistry and Associate Dean of Academic Affairs for the Weiss School of Natural Sciences. As Professor Whitmire approaches the lectern, will the faculty, associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Will Rice College please rise and applaud the candidates.
All persons except the candidates from Will Rice College, please be seated. Felipe Lerner, President of Will Rice College. Isabel Adeyinka. Ayuolu Wanatemi Itokwehi. Morgan Elizabeth Bartley. Vincent Jonathan Benke. Sebastian Borofsky. Annika Birkness, Chloe Emma Chan, Zoe Rose Chavez, Guangshan Xian, Sarah Cinco, Aaron Abraham Cole, William R. Doherty, Tessa Noel Domsky, Pamela Ray Duarte, Loic Ajay Dugal, Jack Morgan Eisinger, Firas Hasim El-Kaisi, Megan Booth Foreman, Evelyn Lee Gates, Alicia Naren Godsall, Franco Gomez Alarcon, Isabel Goodman, Connor Alexander Greenwell, Emma Grubin, Charlotte A. Healy, Donald Huff, Anache Ifinota Ethiopia, Josue Odiel Hakome, Dennis Jafarov, Danish Haider Jamal, Hao Zhan, Marshall Robert Jose, Amelia Lynn Kane, Arjun Kanan, Caitlin Keys, Yeonju Kim, Maggie Koo, Vivian Lang, Trinity Lee, Jitong Lily Lee, Jaesong Jacob Lim, Janie Lim, Megan Lim, Jennifer Liu, Eleanor Loden, Madeline Emily Lucid, Kendall Kate Lyman, Kennedy Tyann Macklin, Anusha Jai Marendra Raja, Eluzar Jalen Martin, Manav Mathur, Caleb Austin McKinney, Roxana Mendez, Sebastian Merlo Garzon, Artus Morrison de la Bassetière, Faith Mulugeta, Camille Katia Neal Harris, Catherine Kim Nguyen, Kevin Nee, Tom Nitau, Julia Nabrega Costa, Christian Noel Oliveras, Isabel Ong, Gillian Gavril Mendoza Pagila, Diego Palos Rodriguez, William Hauran Pan, Avni Parmar, Tanya Pawagonsak, Laura Aliyah Pijay, Andrea Veronica Placencia, Daniel Placencia Segura, Ufe Chi, Jesus Ayel Ramos, Sofia Rebello, Sage Manu Subrawal, Victoria Nicole Maniego Santos, Manya Shah, Priyanka Subramanian, Agodiyu Nofal Sukrim, Alice Lan Sun. Okay. We have a backlog. Do you feel conspicuous? Paige Emerson Sutter, Belen Zenta, Itzel Toscano, Ziana Ukani, Giancarlo Valenzuela, Maddie Van Landingham, Uditi Velgukar, Daniel H. Wang, Graydon Thomas West, Jordan Welchel, Joshua Raphael Williams, Benjamin J. Wilson, Ralphie Xiang Shu, Sarah Yang, Luke Sai Yuen. Graduates of Will Rice College, we wish you the best. Remember our mascot, the Phoenix. It's now time for you to take flight. Don't forget us. Congratulations.
The Magisters of Hanson College are Fabiola Lopez Duran, Associate Professor in Art History, and Mr. Carlos Martinez Rivera. As Associate Professor Duran approaches the lectern, will the faculty, associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Hanson College please rise and applaud the candidates.
Hanson.
All persons except the candidates from Hansen College, please be seated. Stephanie Agu. Shihab Saharar Ahmed. Dillon Ackerman. Anaga Alapati. Victoria Rose Albanese. Kausar Alkaderi. Gabriel Allen. Janri Akipel. Whitney Ball. Isabella John Bartos. Brian Baskin. Basma Bedawi. James Louis Belanger. Claire Briggs. Nitin Bonsha Thirawet. Natalie Ann Byron. Henry Sebastián Cabrera. Eli Boni Cha. Suraj Kartik Chandramouli. Gustavo Chávez III. Sikan Shen. Tejo Chou. Celeste Nicole Colato. Jordan D'Angelo Contreras. Daniela Covarrubias. Cecilia Ellen Curtis. Sarah Davidson. Yashin Den. Kenna Dixon. Sofía Sodan. Azaria Naye Ellis. Cameron Herber. Michelle Fox. Racela Friedman. Erika Friedman. Emily Garcia. Madeleine Guerriti. Emilia Gauch. Dillon Grant. Maya Elizabeth Habroken. Genesis Han. Julia Hanson. Josna Hare Krishna. Madeline Herrell. Byron Lane Hart. Alison He. Sofía Hidalgo. Noah Haidt. Priscilla Ibrahim. Catherine Jane. Ethan Karlovsky. Hannah Kim. Max Kowalkish. David Korb. Danica Lee. Joseph Liu. Darcy Donsdale. Mark Lopatovsky. Sharon Lowe. Jared Lowe. Yulin Liu. Sarek Liu. Jonah Lubin. Javi Liu. Leora Marik Matsu. Karen Maite Márquez Narváez. Somia Mithel. Sebastián Molina. Benjamin Luis Montag. Nathan Morris. Bill Wynn. Charles Pacheco. Ria Paguila. Isha Patel. Kayla Patel. Emily Peña. Michelle Pham. Ariana Phillips. Sarah Price. Angelina Puente Pérez. Ellie Rather. Nitan Reganti, Lily Remington, Peter Reynolds, Arturo Rodríguez López, Warren Philip Rose, Anushka Rustagi, Sathwik Saladi, Nikhil Samudrala, Samuel Max Sorber, Lenny Grace Sweckman, Brian Sio, Jonathan Siyum, Lillian Sims, David Sukorkok, Pablo Solano Guarín, Hannah Son, Daniel Stulski, Ariana Suhartono, Caroline Tanner, Connor Taylor, good. Okay. Priya Tirumala, Adara Elaine Toran, Crystal Shimesrun Unegbu, Sara Venkatish Varen.
Just to hold up a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, just hold up.
Okay, so the opposite.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wait. Isabela Villarreal, Liam Wade, Jimo Wan, Charlie Wells, Ava White, Marcus Williams, Emily Wu, Barwe Chan, Stephen Shu, Chitsi Zhong, Laura Ji, Joshua Yu, Melvin Sarguni, Annie Shen, Daniel Zhang, David Shu, Adelia Carolina Virginia Saitek, Hansen class of 2025, keep shining and keep doing what you do best, making tomorrow brighter and better for all. Congratulations, we will miss you. Please be seated.
The Magisters of Weiss College are Flavio Cunha, Irvin K. Zingler Chair and Professor of Economics, and Ms. Fabiana Santos. As Professor Cunha approaches the lecterns, will the faculty associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Weiss College please rise and applaud the candidates.
All persons, except for the candidates from Weiss College, please be seated. Hey, Weiss! Christina Chen, President, Weiss College. Rahim Absar. Kiara Sabine Allen. John Christian Altman. Talia Iris Andres, Chandler Maxwell Bennis, Kayla Ashley Bierman, Salome Bihanu, Gabriel Caleb Bolanos, Christina Bufara, Luz Estel Bojinov, Spring Chenjempi, Ishania Ray Christopher, Andrew Joseph Dom, Adam DeRoche, Hawa Diallo, Matthew Dorian Edelstein, Langston Michael Ford, Carson William Foster, Ivan Alejandro Franco Hernandez, Caroline Miyuki Hashimoto, Faith Angelica Hill, Cassia Sophia Hockwald, Ruth N.J. Hong, Mason Howell, Connie Ishwan Huang, Ulysses Edward Hubbard, Bennett Thorsten Husick, Armon Jamal Ibrahim, Barakat Adetoyosi Kiklomo Ibrahim, Muhammad Abdullah Jahangir, Shirina Johnson, Lavenda Juma, Audrey Junghyoo Kim, Lana Kim, Sol Chung Kim, Tyler Daniel Kinsey, Emma Kerkhoff, Caitlin Kenobi, Maciej Jakub Koshut, Prathik Quimondo, Chris Kwon, Amanda Lay, Aiden Lee, Samantha L. Lim, David Wong Lin, Amber Liu, Elaine Liu, Ryan Lu, Ishita Mahajan, and Nagorka Mackenzie, Ria Mesra, Ali Danish Molu, Baijan Mukatai, Sam Mulford, Edwin Munoz, Michael No, Duc Ang Tran Nguyen, Catherine Elizabeth Noonan, Brendan O'Loughlin, Rosalind Ovalle, Adriana Alexi Padilla, Fernanda Amarini Padilla Colleen, Gina Park, America Salas, Kritin Shanmugan, Isha Rajesh Shenoy, Peter John Ming Shi, Owen Milo Macielo Silberg, Bavik Tadigotla, Kofu Adeola Thomas, Line Tran, Martalisa Marie Fisher Tsai, Carlos Urunaga, Cameron Walls, Michael Wang, Hayden Webb, Kelsey Webb, Favor Williams, Elaine Ye, Zach Andrew Yanis, Tomas Miles Young, Zachary Chung Yu, Alex Zayas, Liu Zhong, Yuman Zhao, Teresa Zhou, Alison Zipoli, and Amy Zhuo. Class of 2025, we wish you happiness and success. Congratulations. Please be seated.
The Magisters of Jones College are Zachary Ball, Professor of Chemistry, and Ms. Tricia Ball. As Professor Ball approaches the lectern, will the faculty, associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Jones College please rise and applaud the candidates.
All persons except the candidates from Jones College, please be seated. Jones College President Yuv Shivom Sachdeva. Anisha Marie Abraham. Anna Katerina Pereira Albuquerque. Benjamin William Allen. Eric Reese Anderson. Jaron Michael Arline. Serena Sydney Ayala. Nafisa Azizi. Madeline Brooke Belknap. Sydney Olivia Bogan. Michaela Danielle Marimbe Bukenya. Luisa Bustamante Tolda. Catherine Elizabeth Butler. Yun Shao Kai. Douglas Jason Cavillo. Amy Yang Cao. Victor Fernando Caicedo. Eric Rick Chang. Prahalad Charlie. James Cheng. Aiden Shenpon Cologne. Franklin Xiaowei Dai. Dumadi De Leon. Camila D'Alba. Naomi Shiri Daron. Dawson Franklin. Alessia Sophia Gagone. Maya Atala Gurki. Whoop. Colin Giffen. Taylor Jackson Case Griffith. Maximo Antonio Guerra. Shrutika Gupta. William David Charles Hampton. Jehan. Jagger Brian Hebeson. Ilya Vashon Hicks. William Nathaniel Hill. Brendan Joseph Leibach. Maya Isabella Hoffman. Anna Huang. Dheeraj Jashuja. Samya Anish Javeri. Sneha Johnson. Ashley Elizabeth Case. Leah Yoon Kim. Walsh Otto Kleinberg. Weston Joseph Kropp. Matthew Prakesh Kumar. Amir Latif. Jejun Lee.
Binbin Annie Lee, Emma Lee, Jinbo Lee, Ye Chun Liu, Hannah Alexandra Lloyd, Jacob Peter Lowenstein, Sarah Luan, Jonathan Mock, Zev Molina, Christian Martinez, Noe Omar Martinez, Jack Kelly Mowry, Arena Brooke Mickles, Delaney Elizabeth Miller, Ioana Margalet, Daniela Nachmas Lang, Rija Heather Nakvi, Tina Quinn Wen, Arnold Aditi, Andrew Onsembe Ondara, Jazira Linnea Anaya Owens Barnett, Karina Hitesh Patel, Alexander Joseph Pinkerton, Lindsay Corley Pompilus, Olivia Zuckerbrod Rourke, Abigail Robert, Lucia Matilda Romero Alston, Itzel Rubio, Ian Ross Rundle, oh, Eduardo Ruiz, Gretchen Nicole Schulke, Maria Bianca Schutz, Devika Shankar, Nikhil Shaker, Gayatri Kamala Deo Singla, Adrian Stewart, Juenda Su, Adam Allen Swartz, Sebastian Castillo C, Kyle Takuya Tom, Matthew Jake Taylor Chang, Wed Hatan Timraz, Tony Lam Hip Tron, Jack Falcocchio Turner, Axel David Van Vliet, Darren Wong, Haofan Wong, Andrew Justin Xing, Emily Shiping Yang, Ding Ding Ye, Annabeth Young, Lauren Yu, Yishun Zhou, Maz Aziz Zuberi. Jones College, Tricia and I are so proud of all that you have accomplished, and we are so excited for what you will become in the future. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Jiba. Please be seated.
The Magisters of Brown College are Doug Schuler, Professor of Business and Public Policy, and Dr. Emmanuel Schuler. As Professor Schuler approaches the lectern, will the faculty associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Brown College please rise and applaud the candidates.
All persons except the candidates for Brown College, please be seated. Sarah Lorraine Catherine Davidson, President, Brown College. Jay Kim, former President Brown College, President Student Association. Maya Adhikari. Everett Nathaniel Atkins. Paola Alarcon Garcia. Andres Manuel Aleman. Bassi Ocon Anwaje. Jorge Luis Arnez Gonzalez. Nicholas Jordan Arredondo. Disha Omprakash Baldawa. Kevin Thomas Berry. Akash Bhatt. Alice Bien. Mohammed Bilal. Aditi Butch. Sophia Cha. Jonathan Chang. Yuki Chen. Brian Chin. Riley Combs. Viviana Guadalupe Contreras. Saloni Dalal. Olamide Daramola. Benjamin Gileev Dite. Natalie Diaz. Risto Gishev. Kimberly Wynn Dorsey. Mariana Elizondo. Patrick Jacob Elizondo. Esther Elizabeth Fahel. Lola Frederica Ford. Reed Gallant. Sophia Govea. Zoe Griffin. Anya Gu. Rachel Gu. Justin Hebert. Augustus Henry. Matthew Hong. Viola Shaw. Huang Shan En. Elizabeth Saunders Jacob. Attaché Eric Jane. Mackenzie Elizabeth Jameson. Sumin Zhong. Evan Joachim. Zachary Katz. Andrew Kim. Eddie Kim. Sophia Salim Lakhani. Cody Lanham. Louis Lee. Jonathan Lee. Thomas Lee. Paulina Leschuk. Abel Limachi. Nancy Lindsay. Megan Leo. Emily Margot London. Cherish Loper. Gabriel M. Lundquist. Jonathan McCool. Emma McLean. Samia Nazar Momin. Sydney Alexa Morgan. Samuel Nance. Cecile Wynn. Jose Diego Ortiz Carmillo. Nideli Ruby Parada de la Cruz. Risha Permar. Lisa Permar. Eamon Nabil Patel. Alexi Pierre Louis. Pranay Reddy. Nicholas Reyes. Eric Griffin Roberts. Logan Rossiter, Max Riley Rudin, Sachi Luis Sagu-Jones, Isauro Sanchez, Elizabeth Houston Sepulveda, Jenna Shi, Jessica Shi, Adam Spielis, Evelyn Stetcher, Alice Yushun Tien, Emma Ting, Peter Tizora, Fernando Torres, Jingwu Wong, Visha Wanichwa Churungruong, Kelsey Renee Whiting, Brian Wu, William Wu, Emily Yao, Megna Yanu, Christopher Zoe, Brown class of 2025, Emmanuel and I and the rest of our wonderful B team send you out with our very best wishes, tremendous optimism about your future. Congratulations from everyone at Brown College. Thank you.
The Magister of Lubbock College is Nancy Najelski, Associate Professor of Linguistics. As Professor Najelski approaches the lectern, will the faculty, associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Lubbock College please rise and applaud the candidates.
Will all persons except the candidates for degrees at Lubbock College please be seated? Andrew Kim, President of Lubbock College. Charisma Chidera Obolo. Olamide Daniel Adeshola. Atira Idaris. Rita V. Ajit. Sharazad I. Ali. Zachary Allen Ambrose. Dasani Celine Adiola. Hannah Miriam Ashraf. Anish Sanjay Atarde. Owen Christopher Bannon. Isabella Marie Baker. Reginald Bell. Brian B. Bishara. Matan Thomas Blitz. Catherine Juliet Bonilla. Daniela Christina Bonsher. Mira Borley. Michelle Borland. Sophia Jean Brandon. Kelly Chi. Emma Chen. Sofio Chikledze. Anish Chitness. Rose Clark. Thomas George Corpus. John Ananda Cotter. Robert Cowan. Sawyer Elizabeth Creamer. Justin Antonio Cruz Ortiz. Sebastian Dario Cubilla. Sienna Marie Damiani. Claire Shannon Dean. Claire J. Druffner. Lucia Catalina Fernandez. Morgan Ashley Fay. Brian Alexander Figueroa. Sophia Rose Figueroa. William Miles Graham. Sejal Gupta. Yasin Mohammed Thibodeau Hafid. Yuri Han. Imani Nicole Hill. Robert Warren Hunt. Shoki Atresh. Jonathan Jean. Haley Alexis Jew. Ali Kazmaz. Sasha Marie Keck. Hubert King. Emily Christine Klazak. Amy Lamb. William Lane, Robert William Lane III. Ella Catherine Langridge. Jessica Liu. Samantha Lagoff Leiden. Ariel Ma. Thomas Quan Ting Ma. Wenzel Lee McCrae. William Pierre McDermott. Stuti Mehta. Natalia Mendiola. Richard Charles Miller. Will Maraglia. Julie McCann. Jackson Moran. Joseph Clay Murphy. Pranav Narayanan. Kenny Kai Nguyen. Han Nguyen Huang. Evan Nicholson. Obiekezie Daniel Azoibo. Isaac Para. Siddhant Milan Patil. Natalia Pere. Joseph Ruben Quinlan. Abiel David Quinones. Nithya Ramcharan. Leo Rao. Lindsay Tron Russ. Michelle Natalie Sakili. Samuel Longning Shah. Shannon Shao. David Rogers Shaw. Shahuan Zong. Bradley Dean Shepard. Hamza El Mokhtar Sahili. Jesus Daniel Terrazas. Ana Gabriela Tiscareño. Jesse Q. Tran. Julie N. Trin. Amelia Tsai. Nolan Robert Toot. Emma Vasilakopoulos. Carla Vasquez. Samir Walji. Anne Wong. Rochin Wang. Victor Yang Xie. Angelina Shu. Jason Yang. Danny Zhang. Jennifer Yuhan Zhou. Lubbock class of 2025, congratulations. Thank you for letting me be part of your life. You've changed me. Now go change the world, but please come back. Please be seated.
The Magister of Sid Richardson College is Melissa Marshall, Professor of Political Science. As Professor Marshall approaches the lectern, will the faculty, associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Sid Richardson College please rise and applaud the candidates.
All persons except the candidates from Sid Richardson College, please be seated. President of Sid Richardson College, Akshay Sethi. Eliani Abakhaled. Maximus Tangitao Ahoya. Ibrahim Al-Akesh. Elise Ipek Alp. Abigail Antonasi. Tolu Wanini Asopato. Martina Soledad Awad. Matthew Christopher Bonchbach. Maher Bide. Alia Balay. Laura Bueller. Eli Nicholas Blasini. Romel Caballero Juarez. Ayman Charenia. Matthew DeLucio. Anusha Dokwala. Success Diggany. Chris DeYang. Jessica Dooley. Jared Ambrose Duran. Sarah Elizabeth Elliott. Elon David Ezra. Nanming Fong.
Let's go.
Julian Figueroa Jr. Ryan Gahn. Tanya Cristina Garcia Hasso. Anisha Gith. Leah Gomez. Matthew Wadia Haka. Israel Haile. Jason Hahn. Kai Emerson Hartman. Ariel Hayen. Amy Hugh. That Nay Hain. Kevin Hernandez. Botron Megan Huang. Suri Funme Morire Ibuken. Leslie Nicole Interanio. Rachel Ivani. Namita Milan Jadkar. Alejandra Jimenez. Kelton Keck. Olivia Kemper. Ali Imran Koker. Mohammed Kuro. David Kim. Rachel Hee-Jean Kim. Eleanor Jane Kimbrough. Scott Coe. Alexander William Kornblum. Spencer Creasy. Arvin Kuchabatla. Grace Kwan. Anthony Lee. Justin LeBeau. Audrey Lee. Samuel Uno Lee. Jeremy Daniel Leone. Talia Levy, Derek Liang, Bryce Liu, Jia Jenny Liu, James Lowe, Sophie Ann Lowe, Zoe Ma, Kushmangla, Caroline Mazor Saraka, Megan McDonald, Pratwesh Mohapatra, Sarah Monteith Mottler, Frederick Gashauka Mungai, Aiden Murphy, Arden Nay Lapierre, Siddhi Narayan, Mireli Nieto, Kyuhan O, Kyle Olcott, Benjamin Gossner Oting, Joshun Paluro, Elizabeth Pond, Justin Park, Veda Gaithri Penmacha, Mark Connor Perkins, Ariana Deshay Petaway, Bryant Palaka, Catherine Fong, Brian Palanca, sorry. Liam David Ruiz Stebline, Caitlin Sanders, Anushka Santra, Amanda Elise Saving, Isabel Caroline Sharuk, Gabe Scuria, Brandon Song, Connor Spears, Andrew Sun, Matthew Sun, Hira Tariq, Anna Renee Tetroy, Rebecca Gail Troop, Sophina Karuna Tuvi, Austin Dot Tron, Mana Danette Trevino, Sienna Ariana Tu, Irvin Pruitt Urbanez, Jalen Leon Vinson, Cecilia Noreen Visco, Grace Wong, Han Ching Wong, Mark Graham Waterstraat, Max Angus Westfall, Michael Lee Wong, Margaret Ellen Woodward, Ziai Vivian Xiao, Wensi Wen Xia, Guinevere Young, Jonah Yi, Joy Yu, Nelly Esmeralda Zapata, Charlie Zhang, Chong Zhu, Roa Tien Judy Zhu, Class of 2025, thank you for all you did to build community and traditions at New SID. We will all miss your enthusiasm and leadership. May you go forth joyfully and with purpose and continue being the amazing citizens you are. Congratulations. Please be seated.
The Magisters of Martel College are Daniel Dominguez da Silva, Associate Professor of History, and Ms. Livia Dominguez. As Professor Dominguez approaches the lectern, will the faculty, associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Martell College please rise and applaud the candidates.
All persons except the candidates from Martell College, please be seated. Martell College past President Nathan Horton. Zachary Adams. Megan Alger. Andrea Arellano. Emma Elizabeth Ashton. Emily Aspey. Aishwarya Anika Ayanathan. Ratan Babaria. Antonio Brian Balderas. Priya Bapna. Anika Rhea Banankar. Connor Bird. Catherine Breed. Ethan Ball. Jaime Puente Cantillo. Bernice Serda. Shreya Chala. K.U. Chan. Cassidy Chai. Aaron Chu. Christine Anwuli Chukwuma. Catherine Dale. Rachel Fong Dang. Coral Michelle David. Seth Kanoa Hans Davidson. Cynthia Dean. Juliana Ray Dickman. Tembi Topi Durajai. Geraldine Esquivel. Saba Emmanuel Feleke. Anya Marcel Thurville. Joshua Gill. Jillian Faith Ravat. Jacob Firestone Han. Jane He. Lillian He. Queen Haley. Cole Reeves Holiday. Amber Hu. Rona Jaisal Maria. Nadia Christine Jenkins Bay. Rohit Jha. Amanda Giesel. Junha Kim. Nikola Kolarov. Tina Lee. Liza Alejandra Mendoza. Martin Thelonious Mercy. Sienna Lynn Merchant. Mary Mikos. Giovanni Minatel Melo de Cerqueira. Sajda Muhammad. Suzy Nkafu Gulefak. Benison Thing Di Wing. Ethan Gutierrez Wing. Liliana Nikolova. Kristen Shisam Nwafor, Temitope Olowatomisin Olarinde, Jasmine Christina Pachuca, Jackson Peaks, Lily Pierce, Audrey Bisolato, Marian Pope, Akshay Raj, Gerardo Ramirez del Rio, Emily Maria Reeves, Diane Sofia Rubio Gomez, Isabel Rubble, Elizabeth Samuel, Catherine Savchuk, Lulu Sheikh, Savannah Alexis Sims, Samantha Isabella San John, Marco Enrique Steen, Daniel Sebastian Suarez Aguirre, Colin Tang, Caroline Huang Tang, Jonas Terlecas, Dean Tumashang, Jenna Kathleen Tran, Raihan Umrohan, Dan Veldkamp, Thomas Griffin Vincent, Brody Vincent, Soumya Viswanathan, Hongye Wang, Connor Edward Welsh, Gloria Susan Z, Grace Zhu, Alice Zhu, Melinda Zhu, Congratulations, Martell class of 2025. On behalf of the core team, we love you. We are very proud of you. We can't wait to see what you're going to do next. Enjoy. The best is yet to come. Please be seated.
The Magisters of McMurtry College are Jennifer Bratter, Professor of Sociology, and Mr. Noe Perez. As Professor Bratter approaches the lectern, will the faculty associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of McMurtry College please rise and applaud the candidates.
All persons except the candidates from McMurtry College, please be seated. President of McMurtry College, Adil Sumar. Jackie Aguilar. Favor Chinamema Alino. George James Andrew IV. Raj Richard Anthony. Sonia Baig. Jared Boyd. Lily Elizabeth Burdette. Morgan Davis Caesar. Eric Tai. Kirthi Chandra. Isabel Micah Chang. June Chu. Richard Chung. Joanna Noel Coram. Atticus Cronin. Shreyan Das. Mark De Guzman. Eliza DiCaprio. Rafael De La Cruz. Nicolette Duvos, Lucas Dovalina, Zion Levon Felder, Tyler Field, Zoe Ayumikun Folarin, Christina Franco, Emily Jean Giannotti, Pettis Gilbert, Laura Anna Ginn, Lashmi Giri, Logan Golia, Melody He, Jaden Lee Hernandez Romias, Catherine Ann Hilton, Saraim Human, Bryant Huang, Brianna Jean Jensen, Ishmael Joseph, Ananya Carr, Ashani Kao, Joshua Jinghu Kim, Adam Kian, Samuel Ho Chi Kwan, Mustafa Latif, Jimin Lee, June Lee, Hong Yi Lee, Stone Lee, Mark Lichtenberger, Jasmine Liu, Mordecai Emmanuel Logan, Anna Daisy Lopez, Pei and Ma, Pedro Magaro Ribeiro, Pranav Mandiam, Stephen J. Marcon, Liam McConico Blanchet, Marcella Molinar, Nikhil Mumaneni, Carlson Gwen, Nathan Gwen, William Nunnery Gutierrez, Leah Nutkis, Kenichuku Memsoma Onubogu, Cameron Osterman, Annika Patel, Benjamin Ewan Pang, Joshua Pasada, Nishita Prasad, Jasser Rahman, Bradley Oline Ramsey, Traden Rank, Essence Ratliff, Marvin Renee Raya, Araya Monique Richards, Julian Hamilton Riley, Kenton Roberts, Katie Sue Robinson, Kimberly Villarreal Sanchez, Christopher Shen, Sachin Shupalekar, Maggie Nicole Simmons, Amanda Claire Simpson, Shane Aubrey Smith, John V. Somaya, James Stewart Aday, Alana Cassidy Stahl, Sabrina Sun, Jia Shin Tan, Yulhua Haley Dian, Jonah Torres, Eleanor Samuel Tucker, Anthony Manning Unger, Aiden Hemang Vias, Jijing Wang, Tucker Zijin Wang, Zoe Wang, Luke Weber, Sean Christian Weeks, Wei Jia Wen, Reed Westervelt, Robin Michelle Whitehead, Zachary Woodley, Ariel Abasina Wukinehu, Sarah Patricia Wright, Samuel Shi Wu, and Alana Ziegler. Congratulations, McMurtry, class of 2025. Thank you for all you have given McMurtry. On behalf of Noe, myself, and all of the McTeam, we love you forever. Stay in touch, go forth, and make the world as amazing as you are. Please be seated.
The Magisters of Duncan College are Eden King, Lynette S. Autry, Professor of Psychology, and Dr. Winston Liao. As Professor King approaches the lectern, will the faculty associates, alumni, parents, and friends of the degree candidates of Duncan College please rise and applaud the candidates.
Will all persons except the candidates from Duncan College please be seated? President of Duncan College, Annie Tien. Keaton Abbott. Crystal Ade. Alicia Agarwal. Precious Akinramade. Luke Alejandro. Juliet Ali Kakamo. Mingo Almasan. Abdullah Mohammed Al-Sinan. Amara Anyanwu. Sanya Aurora. Sheena Bai. Jacqueline Bardolas. Blake Benson. Abigail Bowe. Temi Borafis. Adrian Nicole Bradley. Imogen Brown. Stefan Budimlich. Isabella Canavati. Katrina Cow. Jose Paulo Carnero. Victoria Carnero Zhu. Genaro Castillo. Singhu Chen. Daniel Choi. Raghav Chu. Cameron Connolly. Got you, yes. Shivam Dalmia.
Thank you.
Priya Janae Davis. Catherine DePass. Khadija Duroich. Michael Dong. Stian Dubria. Paige Fastnow, Trey Fishbach, Natasha Flores Acton, and Stephanie Fortin, Hannah Foster, Francesca Castaldo, Lovin Sajeev George, Milan Sajeev George, Hugo Gerbich Peiss, Noah Giles, Ethan Gore, Bowden Groen, Jesus Guajardo, Maximus Grurath, Jack Havman, Art He, Xavier Hoffman, Brittany Sue, Jasmine Hunter, Aliza Jasani, Eli Johns Kroll, Janai Kamika, Kushal Kandel, Ren Kamura, Justin Kim, Benjamin Harvey Lebron, Jake Lehrman, Daniel Lee, Callie Liu, Shufan Liu, Serena Livingston, Audrey Liu, John Lynch, Zwaching Lanita Liu, Jack Maderi, Liam Manley, Melissa Marr, Nathaniel Matthew, Callan McKinney, Angel Miranda Acosta, Maria Marcus, Michelle Moya Aceves, Pranav Nagajoti, Ishan Nayak, Elise Nake, Jennifer Nguyen, Koi Nguyen, Leon Nguyen, Tiffany Nguyen, Tommy Nguyen, Ali Neek Ad, Ian Oliver, Yenny Peng, Dhruv Patel, Kayla Marie Peden, Mason Pettit, Anna Fan, Sarah Pollock Toro, Elizabeth Quach, Daniel Quinn, Sharon Quinn, Lindsay Rand, Rachel Rosenthal, Christian Saldana, Louis Scheinfeld, Akshay Sham, Logan Simon, Chloe Singer, Camilo Soto Nate, Taylor Ray Stowers, Tyler Strothman, Miu Thapsenavong, Rachel Toole, Henry Tran, Sophie Irvin, Lee Waldman, Ashley Wong, Nathaniel Wang, Caleb Wilson, Albert Xu, Tao Xu, Kayla Yao, Simon Yellen, Grace Vanessa Yetter, Jennifer Yu, Laura Zadrozny, Zachary Zellman, Madison Zhao, Dee Dee Zhou, congratulations, y'all. We can't wait to see how you'll change the world. Take Dunk Love with you wherever you go. Please be seated.
Bridget. The conferral, right? All right. Now, will all students please rise for the conferral of degrees? Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rice University, I confer upon those candidates whose names appear on the registrar's official list the degrees of Bachelors of Art, Bachelors of Science, and Bachelors of Music, and admit to you all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges appropriate to those degrees. And with that, graduates, please move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left side to signify the completion of your degrees. Congratulations. Now please rise for the singing of Rice's alma mater. The words can be found in your program.
Please be seated. To conclude tonight's ceremony, we have a musical fanfare titled Sally Forth, Fanfare for Brass Quintet, written by recent graduate Zev Molina and performed by members of the Shepherd School of Music. A fireworks display will follow the musical salute. After the fireworks display, the 112th commencement will come to a close. At that time, I will return to the podium to give exit instructions for all in attendance. Please enjoy the musical fanfare and fireworks display. Okay, that was great. All right, we ask the audience, please remain seated until the platform party has recessed out of the stadium. Guests are then requested to either exit the stadium via all gates or come down to the field to rendezvous with your graduate. An announcement will be made when the field is closing to the public. Please follow all directions from ushers and staff when entering the field and upon departure. I extend our heartfelt appreciation to the guests in attendance tonight. Thank you for being here to recognize these graduates and their achievements. And thank you for all you have done along the way to help make this moment possible. And to the graduating class of 2025, they say every end has a new beginning, and so to each of you, best wishes on your new beginning and the road ahead. Be well and good night.
Where did you get these?
What does it matter where they came from?
Mayor Tong, I'd like for the court to hear one last testimony.
I've already